You remember the Dark Hunters, right? They were a band of mercenaries and bounty hunters under the control of a single leader known as the Shadowed One. I mean, they had a whole book showcasing them and their history. It was great. And a lot of the designs for each of the Dark Hunters, they were made by fans, and many of them looked sick. Well, a new collab has just dropped, a collab by a group of builders called the All Odonian Rejects, and they've built their own custom Dark Hunter characters. And these designs are insanely cool. So let's check them out in today's episode. Starting things off, this is Schism by Tilrus-born 171. Yo, this is sick! A three-headed dragon with colours individually split down each section. What an awesome concept. I really like these head designs, the way they're using these different coloured Ruru masks, but they're taking advantage of the gap that is naturally at the top of this piece. They use that to introduce some sort of horn, one that's different for each of the heads. See, this is the beauty of a lot of those older Bionicle masks. A lot of them had strange gaps or crevices that allowed you to make all kinds of funky connections. Older parts like this, they can lead to so many creative designs. You just got to use them outside the box, like this does. And yeah, something that's really good about this mock and everything else you're going to see today is that all of them are using older pieces. And that's deliberately done because a lot of the older Dark Hunters, they were built in a very specific time period where there were very limited Bionicle parts. Yeah, so sticking with old school parts like this, it just feels right at home with those fan models. I really appreciate that. And it's led to some designs that feel so refreshing in this day and age. Speaking of which, our next creation is by Nate's Mask Shop, and this is the Negotiator. Mate, I love old gold. Combining it with dark red like this, you got something special. Although my favourite area here has to be the face. Look at that, taking the mask from Toa Lacan, and then taking Takanuva's mask and turning that into a kind of underbite style jaw. That's amazing. And hey, nice idea too to use that light bluish grey Technic bushing for the eye. You only got a few old pieces here, but putting them together like this, you got a mask that's packed full of personality. And hey, we also have Takanuva's mask being used down here for the hand. I love it. And well, Nate continues to live up to his name because he's got Vakama's masks as upper leg armor. See, this right here is a lesson that masks don't just look good as faces. They can look good literally everywhere else. And I can't forget Aruni's mask on the shoulders as well. There are masks all over this. It's great. Now let's talk about Barrier. This is by Stub the Bionic Man. What a fun body shape for this guy. I mean, take a look at the torso specifically. This is a more obscure Bionicle piece. It's a large mask that appeared in this System Bionicle playset. Turning this into the torso is a stroke of genius. I appreciate how the open mouth area at the bottom of it, that allows room for the rest of the torso to branch out. It's clever. It's also clever to see two of these canister lid pieces being used for shoulder armor. I love seeing people playing with canisters, because you had lids like this that did indeed have Technic connections on them. They're essentially real Lego pieces, they're not the box. And this pairs so well with that big old mask on the torso, oh, it's great. But then, it's also got antlers. Antlers that are using these red Vizirac pincer pieces. Man, it's delightful to see so many older pieces getting a bit of love. What a sensational mock. Moving over to Drudge, and this was built by Lux Constructs. Oh, dude. It's great to see this Vizirac headpiece. In this circumstance, it comes on this set. Yeah, it's good to see that element being used for a face on a humanoid character. You don't see that every day. People just, I don't know, don't give a lot of love to the Vizirac headpieces, but, like we see here, when you put some teeth on them, they can look really good. This is very original and quite fun. Take a look at the weapon now. It's using that silver disc launcher that was included in Vakama Metru, but it's got that chain wrapped around it, and now it kind of looks a bit like an anchor. I never would have thought of using it like that. I love it. The next creation today is The Rejected, and this was made by Mini Rigby 22. Oh, I love this edit. And by the way, all of the images you're seeing today, they're going to have a nice edit with them that puts them on a nice background. Makes it feel like it's fresh out of that Dark Hunter book itself. I believe that all of these images were edited by the Overheating Orange. So anytime you're seeing those sick backgrounds, That's all them. There's a teeny tiny detail here that you might not have noticed. If you look closely, you'll see this printed ball joint. This comes on an older Star Wars set. It's the eye droid that greets 3PO and R2 when they're at the door to Jabba's palace. But in this context, it adds some nice spice to this face design. I like it. I also like a good trans pink scope eye on the head. That's fun. We have another creation now by Nate's Mask Shop. This is Nexus. Oh, I'm a sucker for any mock that features a nice humanoid character and some sort of beast companion. Yeah, I can't think of a single example of a mock that features this sort of duo concept that isn't the coolest thing ever. Speaking of which, this beast comes with a saddle. The saddle is constructed using this dark red piece that makes up the torso on the Vaki. I mean, hey, this looks great as a saddle. It's kind of an unexpectedly awesome part use that I would not have expected to look this good. And I quite like those striking red ball joint eyes on the other guy. This is great. Up next we have Visitor, and this is by Laminette. So I believe the story for this is that the character is actually from outer space. I've never really thought of what an alien would look like in the Bionicle universe. That's a sick idea. You can actually read the story for these characters in a PDF that's going to be included in every builder's post once these mocks are uploaded, so check that out. And hey, you might have noticed, the head design here, it's using that exact same Vaki torso piece that we were talking about before. It's that piece that was being used as the saddle. In this context, the vibes of it, they feel very bug-like. It's a sick aesthetic. I also love the look of this color scheme. Black, dark green, and a bit of old purple. I mean, that's the perfect color scheme for an alien. Oh, and I like this leg design. It's good to see some Vizirac heads in action once again. But what I like about this is the choice to include a dark green Ratuka spinner up the top here. It blends in perfectly, you almost don't even notice it. And it helps kind of cover up this back bit in a very satisfying way. Heading on over to the work of Kraken Bonks, and they call this character Voodoo. Man, this collab is packed full of clever part usage. Every single mock, I'm pointing stuff out, it's great. Because I mean, look at this. That head design. You got that 3 silver-pronged crown up top, it's dope. But hey, the head itself, that's the torso from Mutau Metru. And I mean, hey, that makes a great face. The way it neatly sort of rounds up in the middle to form that eye, so good. And actually, if we zoom out, you can see this exact same piece on the limbs, the torso, it's everywhere. It's a very versatile piece. Ooh, and I do adore what they've done with this pickaxe. Using Vizirac pincers for these curved edges, that's a smart move. Well done. Another fun duo mock here, this is Virus, and it's made by Student Scissors. Look, I don't care who you are. If you have a pet Velociraptor, you're super cool. But what I really like is the choice to include Onawa's mask on the top of the head. But actually, hey, the way that's attached, it would mean the mask would be easily removed, which means he's basically wearing a little hat. A dinosaur with a hat? I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than that. But the other guy, yeah, this is good too. Nice choice to use the legs and the feet from a Borok Kull. Turning that into armor, it kind of puffs out the torso in a very satisfying way. And it just looks cool. This is great stuff. Stub the Bionic Man returns to give us Bomber. Now, you know why this is so good? Well, I think we've all been here before. You're making a mock, and the legs, you're like, I don't know what the heck to do. I've tried everything, it just doesn't look good. You just cannot figure out the leg design no matter what you do. Well, why not replace the legs with a jet engine and call it a day? They don't need legs. Sure, on this mock the bottom kind of flares out just a little bit so that it looks like a jet engine. And then they've included Tahu's flame sword. Of course, it's the one from this set. They're including that here to, simulate that this is a rocket. Details like this really sell that concept. You need details like this, otherwise it's going to look just unfinished. But hey, I think this is a great concept. And I really dig this mask. Using a Nuva shoulder armor piece and placing some tubes on the side. It looks great. Phenomenal work, my dude. Subpar Foxpus is the name of the person who has built Patchwork. Hey, this here is another very clever leg design. At first, I thought it was a dress. But when we zoom in, you'll notice a big old teal wheel. And this here is from an old Lego Robo Riders set. I mean, that's fun. It reminds me of the Star Wars character Wat Tambor. He also kind of has flowing garments that become his fascinating legs. Speaking of which, it's a nice choice to get those angled Technic lift arms and turn that into a dress. And then giving them one laser eye? Yeah, this guy's got some evil scientist vibes going on. I always enjoy a very wacky villain like this. And we'll finish things off with Sculptor. This is made by the _double. Oh man, dark orange, tan and silver. How good? I'm quite a big fan of the body shape here. It's kind of like a scorpion humanoid mix. It's very menacing. I especially love these blade arms, making use of Lacan's blades, as well as these Vaki weapons. And, oh yeah, I guess you've got Takanuva's spear up the back as well. But the shapes of these, they all come together in such a great way. They neatly flow one into the other. It's very satisfying. Something else that's nice here is the choice to include some Matoran feet from Huki. Getting two of them together like that and putting them on both legs, they stop looking like feet and they just look like some fancy armor. That's a very nice part use. I've always found that piece is kind of difficult to use because it very obviously looks like a foot. So yeah, props to you for integrating this in such a seamless manner. And one more clever part use, the face. Making use of a Robo-Rider's headpiece. You love to see it. So there you go gang, that's 12 MOCs from this sensational Dark Hunter collab. But we actually still have a bunch more to cover. So stay tuned for next week where we'll have part 2 of this Dark Hunter collab. If you want to see more from the builders I highlighted today, be sure to take a look at the links below. You can see all their social media right there. Thank you for watching guys, happy building, and bye for now.